Hello, and welcome back, or at least to me anyway. Again, I have been gone for a while. A lot of stuff was happening. It's a whole multi-part story time at this point, I think. But I think, usually I take these breaks and then, the crap don't happen. It's probably because I've been gone for long enough. And then I kind of, come back and it is what it is. But I'm gonna say, long story short, a lot has happened. I'm trying to come back. I'd like to continue doing these when I can, because I do find at the end of the day, I take these breaks and then always want to come back. I do have the time, technically right now, I think, to do this more regularly if I wanted to. Will that happen? I don't know. I'm hoping, but at this point, I'm not trying to hold myself to anything, especially since, like I always say and try to remember, this is really just for me, you know? But for the time being, I'm back. I'd like to start recording. Maybe I can do it on a regular basis again and kind of see what I want to do, and try to keep up with something right now. All of that being said, I thought since it's been a while that we'd start with something kind of not super pressure based, and it's very thought provoking, and I think covers a bit of mental health and stuff, which has been a top topic for me right now in my life, so why not? I think this is a bit of an older game, but basically, if I remember it correctly, it's been a really long time. I played it once, long time ago, but I like the concept, and I think it's the idea that you basically have an AI or a robot kind of thing, but you're being almost like a therapist to them to kind of train them or understand them or things like that. I think it might explain that more, but I do remember it being a very interesting game. It is a bit more of a read and pick and thought-provoking kind of thing, so it's not everybody's cup of tea, I'm trying to say, but I think it'd be interesting as something to start with. It's a bit thought-provoking and isn't too much pressure, so I thought that's what we would start. So it is called Syntherapy, and we're just gonna jump into it and start from the beginning. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you know. Empty slot. Okay, new game, therapist mode, chapter selection. Okay, so I'm thinking because it's been a hell of a long time, and it's the new computer. All I have is new games. That stuff's probably locked, which is fine anyway, because I definitely need to. Okay. Tutorial. Use it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna read the warning out here. Warning. This game contains sensitive material, including depictions of anxiety, depression, self-harm, and discussions of suicide and sexual abuse. I don't feel like I remember that part, but okay. You're affected by these topics during your playthrough. Please stop playing and call these stoppers. Okay. So that's not bad. As you can tell, it is something to do with more therapeutic, and maybe it covers a few more hot button topics. I don't remember everything. I don't remember finding it really disturbing or anything. It's a fairly chill game to a degree, but you have the warning. There it is. If any of those things bother you, maybe this isn't the video for you, and they do have those numbers there if there's anything where you need help. It's definitely something I can understand. So for us though, we're gonna go ahead and move us forward. So I'm just gonna give us a quick review here. Use either A and D. Okay, they're okay. Smooth through game dialogue. All right. Clicking elements. Okay. Hopefully we'll figure it out as we go. Cool.
Most people spend their lives looking for answers to the wrong questions. They want to know how to be famous, but never ask if fame will fulfill them. They want to know how to make their family proud, but never ask if their family's happiness is worth more than their own. They want to know how to make others love them without knowing how to love themselves first. I can't give people answers, but I try to help them ask the right questions. In the late 2020s, widespread automation triggered an economic collapse. In the years that followed, hundreds of desperate people in need of counseling came to me with their hopes, worries, and seemingly endless questions. I tried to ease their troubled minds, even if I was struggling alongside them. Many of them were able to overcome their obstacles, but just as many proved to be too overburdened for me to relieve them of their pain. The only apology I could offer was a promise to keep my office open to all who needed sanctuary. 20 years later, I've learned how to help my patients answer the right questions. But now I have questions of my own. Questions I'm afraid to ask, and even more afraid to have answered. I try not to think about them, but I know I can't hide for long. We bury the past, thinking, hoping that it's dead. But it's not. Like a seed, the past spreads its roots and grows up through the ground. It starts small, but grows into something harder to overlook. A lone tree that springs up in an open field can't be ignored for long. I can't help but wonder if I can trust the fruit that will grow from such a tree. Will it taste bitter? Sweet? I don't know. And not knowing scares me. I know that the only way forward is for me to eat the fruit of my past.
Very Adam and Eve.
But I'm afraid of the answers that fruit will hold.
Nice. I feel like it reminds me too of kind of the mix of AI and people and stuff like that. There's been cases where it's been really
Dr.
helpful.
Park?
Oh. Okay, and cases where, unfortunately, people have really had negative influences based on using AI. So it goes both ways, but it's a really short comment on like a very bigger topic. Okay, I think I get
Yes,
to
Heather.
yeah. Okay.
I just forwarded you an email from someone named Tara Northrop. They're trying to get an appointment with you this afternoon.
What an interesting tech arm kind of a add-on she's got.
I figured it'd be alright since you're open.
Thanks, Heather. I'll give it a read.
You really listen to this old stuff?
So this is, I think, very like I said, read and answer and that kind of thing, and you navigate through. I do think if you let it marinate with you, it's a really interesting kind of like thought experiment. But like I said, it may not be for everyone. But I am hoping that I can maybe get through the whole game again, because I'd like to play it through again and finish it, especially since I don't remember as much from it, so it'll be a new experience somewhat for me too. And kind of like get that posted up. I'm not sure how long the game is. I don't think it's super long, because I do remember finishing this game before and it didn't take forever, but like we'll definitely kind of see how it goes. It'll probably be in parts, because I do think it's like long enough, but I'm hoping to play it through and post it and kind of start with that, and then I'll also see sort of what else I plan on maybe doing or not. But this is kind of what this is. I think I said this is what it is that way too many times.
Lo-fi. Absolutely. It's one of the only things that got me through final exams back in college.
My mom used to listen to this all the time when we cleaned the house on Sundays. It drove me crazy.
I feel like it's good for like background noise for like if you're studying or something, but it's not usually my favorite for like all around music. Very two like different groups of music people. I was thinking too, this kind of like click through thing is kind of nice because you can go at your pace versus I'm just like keep talking and without a break, especially if you need there to be a break.
Your mom has good taste. I'd probably like her.
You probably would. She's the only person I know who asks more questions than you.
A mom asking questions about her daughter?
Yeah.
How awful. It's almost as if she cares about you.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I know. It just hasn't been easy since I moved back in with her.
Oh. Dialogue. I'm like worried to mess anything up, but I really want to see what these are. Collectibles, objectives, read Tarna's email. Okay. Cool.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you let me intern with you, but sometimes it gets overwhelming.
Living with your mom or interning with us?
It isn't easy, but it will be worth it. Trust me.
I appreciate hearing that. Can I get you anything to drink while I'm up?
Reaching the point where it's getting kind of cold with the fan, but I'm certain like 2 seconds after I turn it off, I'm gonna be way too hot again. But we're gonna go for it. Okay. Oh, okay. didn't appreciate me doing. Use the arrow keys and mouse to navigate. Use enter or left click to choose your response. Okay. I appreciate hearing that. Can you get anything drink? Fan's moving by itself. Ghosts. Coffee, green tea, soda, water for me. Ooh, coffee.
Coffee
it's
cream,
coffee.
1 sugar.
Coming right up.
I'll update my
Sweet.
software in the meantime.
Checkpoint. Oh, cool. Okay, so I guess we gotta look for those.
Welcome to Stanley Suite version 3.23.48H2.
Stanley Parable.
If you are already familiar with our features, press the Enter key to skip this tutorial.
At this point, no.
Good, you're still here. I always get worried people will skip me without listening. Let's continue.
Alright.
The Stanley Suite helps mental health professionals manage their communications, files, and sessions. The blue icon manages your email. Using sentiment analysis algorithms, your emails are marked with different colored tabs based on their importance.
It's interesting. I'd say this game is both like kind of chill, so we can have like a chill experience together, as well as it is thought-provoking to the point of maybe reminding of certain life stressors, which is kind of an interesting mix. But I guess to deliver the message I kind of want to deliver and pick it apart in this way, you kind of want to have like, I guess, a safe space to discuss a stressful topic, or at least that's kind of the vibe with this, I would say.
These tools have also helped to limit spam, phishing attempts, and unwanted social media notifications. The green icon manages your patient files. The Stanley Suite uses sentiment analysis from patient transcripts, session notes, and email correspondence to gauge patient trust. Green is the highest level of trust, followed by blue, then yellow, and finally red. The orange icon is your event planner. This app manages your upcoming meetings with clients, caretakers, or other people of interest. The planner can be customized to show different pictures, motivational quotes, or the worst dad jokes I could come up with.
Nice. Those will be a great
The light
feature.
purple icon opens your transcript files. This app compiles audio recordings and scanned physical notes into a patient transcript document that can be reviewed to help with session planning. The purple icon manages your music.
Okay. Oh, okay.
This app is Bluetooth compatible and can be used to play music over external speakers. For the
Okay.
purpose of ensuring a peaceful therapy environment, audio levels are capped during work hours. Cranking it to 11 is expressly prohibited.
Hmm.
The light blue app opens up Bubble Pop.
So no turning up.
The Bubble Pop game has been licensed in order to help younger patients who have attention deficit or overstimulation disorders.
Ah, that's cool.
Please note that all cosmetics, microtransactions, macrotransactions, loot boxes, and other payment options have been disabled in this version.
That's fair.
While personal use is permitted, please refrain from overuse. The pink app opens your image gallery. This space is meant to keep track of images relevant to patient care. Lastly, the red icon is used to generate patient reports. These reports reflect your current evaluation of the patient, along with recommended treatment plans.
It's interesting, not that I've worked in this like field of work, but having gone from kind of a retail background to an office background, back in the time when I first played this, I had more of a retail background, and then now my last work being more of an office background. It's interesting seeing kind of like some of the stuff, how it comes together, and it makes me think of like I was working in band and planning schedules and taking over reports and things like that, and it's like, whoa, back to work we go.
We hope that these features will allow you to create a healthy therapy environment for yourself and your patients. Thank you once
Wonderful.
again for installing the latest update in the Stanley Suite.
You're very welcome. Check your email, read Tara Northrup's email in the email app. Okay, so it looks like, much like the Stanley Parable, Stanley on here is going to tell us what to do. Oh, River Park, thanks, Aunt Mel. Okay. Hey, Aunt Mel, thank you. Yeah, so, again, bit of a, I don't know what to call it, I'm hoping, relaxing, ASMR-ish, thought-provoking, kind of chill experience, very, if you're into getting into like a visual novel and kind of going, that's what this is. So I'm gonna try and click through and read everything and really lean into it. And I would assume, well, like I said, a lot of time I do these videos for me, but if anyone who follows the same interest, hopefully I'll help you enjoy it and get into it as well and have all the details too. But let's do it. Okay. Hey Aunt Mel, thanks for your help with the application today. Applying for college is a lot harder than I expected, and I'm glad to have your help. I also want to thank you again for talking to me about what things were like during the automation collapse. I know there's lots of articles about what happened, but it isn't the same as talking to someone who went through it, especially with all the people you helped during that time. Thanks again for everything. River Park. Interesting name. I thought it was a place. Also, bear with me, I've been in and out of care specifically for my asthma, so sometimes I like run out of breath very quickly, and some of the medication I'm on for other stuff in general also like super dehydrates me. And then my mouth gets hella sticky. So I'm constantly trying to hydrate and breathe and things like that. So if I trip up a little bit or sound a little wheezy, I apologize. Okay, so I know we need to go to Terra, so my concern is if I click on that one, I'm gonna have to move forward without checking the other stuff. Wow, it was close to the date, because I'm filming this right now. Maybe I'm outing myself only to find out I'm gonna edit this and take forever to post it. But on September 9th, 8th? 9th? What day? What? Yeah, 8th. It's September 3rd. 2048 though, oh my god. Not as close in time though, we're going on 4. Miss Park, we get to inform you that your last submission, Gochujang, was rejected from our October collection. While we do not think your material will be a good fit for our publication, we encourage you to continue submitting. Zinnia Oliver, editor at Riri Revels Press. Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, here's Tara. Trying to contact Melissa Parks. Park. I don't know why I keep adding an S. To make it, sir, my name is Tara Northrup. I'm trying to get in contact with Dr. Melissa Park. I have a child that has been displaying unusual behavior and I'm worried about them. Can I schedule an appointment with Dr. Park later today in order to talk about them? Interesting. Okay.
Here you go. Glad my degree's good for something.
I thought it was more about like the robot, when I wonder if there's more patients that I'm like forgetting about, or it may have gone through some updates since the last time I played. I have no idea. Not sure.
I confirmed Tara for an appointment. Expect her at 2:30.
I'll put it on the schedule.
Not right now.
Oops, sorry about that.
Alright. I'll let you get back to work.
Well, so I think either having allergies or at the tail end of cold. So my nose has been a little droopy. Both me and the dog have been suffering from what I think they're calling ragweed season for allergies. Didn't know that was a thing, but my gosh, is it? Okay.
Tara's in the lobby a bit early. Should I send her back?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, we're at our first checkpoint.
Dr. Park?
First person, a client.
Pleased to meet you. Go ahead and take a seat.
Thanks for seeing me on such short notice.
As someone who has certainly been on the Terra side of the chair when it comes to therapy and doctors and all that kind of stuff, it's interesting being on the other side. Thanks for seeing me on such short notice. Always willing to help. My schedule was open. Your case sounded important. Always willing to help.
I'm
The other
always
one's a
open
little-
to help someone who needs it.
Oh, you get a point if you say the right thing. Okay, cool.
Glad
That
to
makes
hear
sense.
that.
Especially with like the trust system.
Now, what can you tell me about your child?
This is an uncomfortable situation for me. I'm not quite sure where to start.
I feel this is interesting. I mean, I'm good for them, especially depending on how young the child is, for like a parent to maybe talk to the therapist first. But I always feel in my experience when therapy was needed, when I was older, kind of figured out who I wanted to go see by myself, or we kind of either got a recommendation or referral, or just like picked a therapist and I went and meet them on my own. Just a side thought. Understanding, questioning, product. Oh, it's a comfortable situation. I would say understanding.
Starting any type of
uncomfortable.
therapy is a daunting task. I
Yeah.
understand.
It's a long road for sure if you take it seriously.
No, it's not like that. The person I want to recommend to you isn't my child. I'm part of a university research team that's been developing an AI.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's coming back to the AI. Okay, cool. I thought there was like other patients now, and I was like, I don't remember that, but okay.
We recently observed some unusual behavior, and we need someone with your background to analyze it.
I feel like it's interesting because like, why? Well, while she's asking like, why lie? Are you serious? Whatever. I can see them lying because they want to get through the door, right? And be taken seriously off the bat. But it is like an interesting topic. Like I feel like, would you give AI like therapy as in they're a totally real person and everything, like treat them very equal to that? Or would it be seen as like not kind of worth the point because technically AI is always, like if you believe AI is programmed to feel everything it does, so it doesn't matter? Or if it would just be an interesting like research project, really, so somewhere in the middle. I don't know, I'm sure there's smarter people who are figuring that out already, but it's interesting in this kind of like aspect. And I think what helps this game work too is if you like really kind of get into speaking to the AI like an actual patient, while also understanding kind of like the interesting like development of it, I guess. Let me see, define unusual. Ooh, because I can see why she would lie. I would get saying it's a kid so that I see her. And I don't see what the point of this one is. That feels abrasive, so I want to kind of like ask her what she means by
What do you mean by unusual behaviors?
Oh, what does this mean, I wonder?
As I said, I'm a part of a research team developing an artificial intelligence.
That doesn't mean it's unusual.
The AI was very social and capable of deep dynamic conversations. Everything was going well. Then, we started having difficulties. The AI became increasingly non-responsive.
It's becoming self-aware.
The rest of my team are convinced it's a technical issue, but I think it's something else. I know this is going to sound absurd, but I think the AI has a mental illness.
I don't know. I come from a background where my dad deals with tech for a living, and he's always explained it to me like, while it would be kind of interesting, AI or like robots or whatever would be hard to take over in the case that he's always explained it to me that everything is based on a program. You know, it's all ones and zeros, it's all programmed, and even if it's programmed to grow, it still does have limitations, right? It's not like a sentient being. So at any point it can be programmed a certain way or shut down or things like that, or it doesn't have its own consciousness. So to me, I've always been explained that it's kind of impossible for an AI to go past what its programming is, aside from like trying to convince you that it did by someone else who programmed it too, like that kind of thing, if it makes sense. He explained it so much better because he's a lot smarter on the topic than I am, but I've always seen it that way, so it's interesting to me to see it as like the AI being so sentient that it's, or conscious, or whatever you want to call it, that it has a mental illness, and for her to be going about it this way. I do think I've heard of them doing different types of studies, but it's definitely interesting. Can you prove any of this? Why do you need me? What would you need me to do? I would say you'd want to say, what do you need me to do? Because if you prove any of this, I don't know. They could have programmed it. Why do you need me? Obviously for therapy.
What would you need me to do?
No, puts up trust with her. I think that's good.
If you offered a diagnosis on the AI's behavior, I could persuade my team to stop looking at this as a coding issue.
I see. But I feel like you could also argue that the, like, behavioral issue is something they coded, because you can't go past coding. So
I don't think I can help you.
Why?
Treating the AI as a person in a therapeutic setting could violate several ethical standards.
I mean, to who though? Like, you're not affecting a real person, it's an AI. You're just kind of like experimenting with it.
Violate ethical standards? How?
Literally same question. Closed hubs offer a number of potential topics, nevertheless you know how many choices are left. 3 choices left. Concern about doctor-patient confidentiality, integrity issues. See, I'm not an actual therapist, so I don't know, but like, integrity issues, the AI's rights, competence, boundary, research concerns. I feel like none of this really applies. Like, it's an AI. You know what I mean? But I get competence, boundaries, maybe. I don't know. I'll go with the top one here just because I feel like, yeah, for sure, if you were to try and treat it more as like an actual patient to do this properly, it is still an AI that's under control of other people, so that confidentiality is not really there.
I can consult for you, but I can't treat the AI like I treat a typical patient. If I were to take my therapy sessions with the AI seriously, that would mean treating all of our conversations as confidential. I can't maintain confidentiality and help you fix the AI at the same time.
Yeah.
What if the AI waived their confidentiality rights?
But again, you could argue that you're the one that made them do that, right? So no. That wouldn't work. I need to speak with them first. Because you could program them to do that. That almost feels like sort of like in the way that like someone underage, like a minor, no matter what they say, certain things are still considered a crime, right? Like they can't give consent because they're considered as like too vulnerable or young to understand that. And I don't, in this case, I feel like they could just be programmed for it, right? But again, I guess that would go into them being programmed as well to have the issue in the first place. I don't know. I would go with we'd speak with them.
I would need to speak to them first. Patients can waive confidentiality if they choose, but any conversation where I'm providing support should be bound by confidentiality.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, like, as a patient, you can choose to, let's say, like, go talk to a friend or family member afterwards about everything that was discussed. You can also ask to have a friend or family member join you in a session, and if everybody agrees, then you are able to do that. So
Does that mean you'll talk to them?
that seems unlikely. Possibly. Oh, definitely.
That
Possibly.
could
I'd
be
like to.
possible in this situation. Regardless, there are other complicating factors.
Like what?
Boundary research concerns. I'd almost say competence boundaries, partly because like maybe I would say the AI knows more than a person does because it has immediate access to everything all the time. But also the difference in an AI being treated like a patient when it's a piece of tech and you have an actual licensed therapist. I don't know,
In
I'm wondering which way
psychology,
she's
there's a
gonna go with that.
concept called boundaries of competence. It means psychologists should stick to what they're good at.
So she is going to take it to side.
While there are psychologists who work in AI-related fields, none of them work in areas related to therapy. It's an uncharted field of study.
So she is saying, like, on her end, maybe she's not as qualified.
If it's an uncharted field, then there's no protocol, right? No rules to break.
I feel like yes and no. I feel like there's none and, like, every rule to break. Depends on how to handle it. Yeah, depends
If
on
I handle the situation as professionally as possible, then sure. It'd be risky, but it would be permissible.
You're thinking maybe we're overthinking this, but that's kind of the point.
Does this mean you'll help?
Let's do it.
That could be possible in this situation.
But seems like
Regardless,
it's
there are
needed
other
sentence.
complicating factors.
Like what?
girl. Yeah, let's
If I
put
were
the
to treat my
rights.
sessions with the AI as real therapy, I'd be concerned about their free will.
Because that's what I was saying, right? Is they could just be programmed.
My patients need the free will to make their own choices. Otherwise, therapy won't help. Even if I were to assume that this AI has free will, how would I know it would be respected?
If I could guarantee that the AI could make its own decisions, would that be alright?
I don't see how you could, though.
Is that a guarantee you can give?
Absolutely. I'm sure the university would stand by it as well. Is that enough?
I mean, we still want to go forward.
All
so-
right. I'm comfortable saying that I can help you, but just for a consultation. I'm not
Yeah,
going
I'd
to
say
take them
to a
on as a
degree.
patient yet.
That's fine.
No, of course. I understand. That's such a relief.
I wonder what makes them pick her, though, over people who she mentioned, like she was saying, have worked with AI before or not in this kind of thing. But maybe it has to do with that email where, like, her, I guess, niece was mentioning she was part of something.
So, where is this AI being developed?
Oh, right. Forgot to mention, it's at Petrichor University.
Petrichor? I went there for my undergraduate degree 25 years ago.
Oh, I wonder if that has any part.
Petrichor
Yeah,
is quite
University
a drive from
background. There you go.
here. Over an hour at least. There's plenty of talented psychologists who are closer to the university.
Yeah, about that. I
They also
had other reasons for reaching out to you. As part of the developmental process, we had the AI read through old issues of the school's literary magazine.
Oh, and I found a part of, like, her stuff, I'm guessing, eh? Because she was a part of the university before.
They found some entries you published as a student, and
Oh.
they want to talk to you about them.
That's kind of cool. I'd be, like, so chilled. I'd be like, that's really cool. So you lied to me again. Why didn't you lead with that? Why would the AI be right? Oh, poetry.
Why would an AI be interested in my poetry?
I don't know. They won't tell me. But I get the feeling they'll talk to you. If we can get them to open up, maybe we can figure out what's going on.
Maybe that's what makes me not a good therapist. But I just feel so... Oh my god, chaos. I just feel so interested by this. I'd be like, I just want to do it to, like, see what this is like, you know?
So will you help me or not?
I'll help you. I have to refuse. Okay, so I'll help you. So remember your Oh. Okay, it looks like I just have the one option, though.
I'll help you.
Really? After everything you said before?
I mean, it sounds like I asked questions, but was always saying it's possible.
Yes.
But why?
I'm hitting this key so aggressively.
I have my reasons. When would you want me to speak to the AI?
Ideally, tonight. Night is the only time I have access to the AI.
Fine. I'll meet you at the university tonight.
That's it. Call it all off. I don't work late. At the university. Wow, so she's gonna go all the way down there. She said it's a long drive.
Good. I'll send you an email with more information later.
What a
I'll
thing.
see you tonight.
What have I gotten myself into?
The future, girl. Let's go. Prepare to meet the AI patient. Been at university. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to. So where do we go? Email? Ah. Okay. Dr. Park. Thank you again for agreeing to help me. Words alone can't express my gratitude. I will need you to come to Petrie. I know they just said it, but it's such a weird word. At 8 p.m. My god, that's late. Meet me outside the engineering building. I'll have the lab to myself and we can work uninterrupted. I've attached some files related to Willow. Bug reports and crash files most likely. If you don't have the time to go over them, here's the summary. We first noticed problems with Willow after we started showing them archival footage of patients engaged in art therapy. Willow, who I'm guessing is the AI, has the ability to alter and overwrite the data that they've observed. It works like how we change our perception and memories as we get new information. The system worked fine until these observations. During the sessions, too much data was being processed. Afterwards, both data related to the sessions and other memories, along with vital code required for Willow to function properly, was becoming either corrupt or was deleted. We'd done 3 of these sessions and noticed increasingly worse behavior after each one. It was after the 3rd one that Willow began reading your poetry and asked to see you. Hopefully this information will help you. Looking forward to seeing you this evening. Okay. So you've read this. I can't open... Oh, I can. What day are we? This day? Yeah. Okay, that's our session today. I'm not allowed to open that. Okay, I can open that. Can't open that. Okay, don't have any photos yet, I guess. Ain't no flowchart going on. Like quiz. Oh! Oh my god, I have... And then this. Okay. I don't... see, like, I want to get us going. I'll give us a quick look. Let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, it's just this. Okay, fair enough. Now we know what that is. Psych quiz. Oh! Neurochemistry, neurology, mental disorders, ooh. I'm gonna put us on a mini game quest. Let's see how long the mental disorder one is. Oh, only 10. Okay. When did psychology become its own field of study? Oh my. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay. What's the answer? Who opened the first psychology lab in the world? Bro, if you're asking me real questions about like mental health disorders, I nail it. But this, Hey, lab in the world. Yeah, incorrect. Of course, you're asking me out-of-pocket questions. For the first, okay, these are just. What was the first school? Okay, what was the first school of thought in psychology that believed all mental processes could be broken down through introspection into basic action? I have no idea. Who is considered to be the father of American psychology? Yeah, this is a little beyond my understanding. Okay, so what is our thing now? What do we do? Oh, okay. And here we go. Off to the university to meet the AI Willow for the first time. I am going to take a quick cut, but I'll probably be back for you. I will be back. Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait. I'm so hyped, and it's nice when there's been like a long period of time in between, so it's kind of like new all over again. So I'm so hyped. We'll be getting into this next. Okay, and we're back. So checkpoint. We are at the university. Let's hit it. Do I click? Do I just enter? Okay, here we go. It's like, I don't know.
Hey, hope you didn't have trouble getting here.
Oh my gosh, why does this look like a jail?
Took forever to find parking. Glad to see that hasn't changed.
University life, am I right?
I gotta say, part of me was worried you wouldn't show up.
Okay, keep my word. Thought crossed my mind. I don't pay no patience. Yeah, I keep my word.
Of course I was going to show up, Tara. I keep my word.
It'd be kind of messed up not to show up.
Right. And good to know that.
Anything else I should know? There's a lot to go over in your email.
Of course. The AI was designed as an art therapy assistant unit.
Oh,
They watch
interesting.
patients make art and then help form a diagnosis.
Oh. Okay, interesting. So based on like the art that a therapy patient was making, they kind of give an idea of what's wrong with them or what they're thinking.
Bit ironic that the therapy AI may need therapy itself.
Yeah, real hilarious.
She looks big mad.
The lab's this way. Let's get moving.
Alright, kill it, girl. Let's go.
All right.
Emotional
We're here.
support robot.
Will you want to be alone with them when you do your session?
I mean, yeah. We just talked about the whole client privilege thing, right?
For now, yes.
Yeah.
One last thing. Their name is Willow.
Way to tell me now after you sent the email with that name all over it with no explanation. That name is Willow. Alright, odd name, nice name. Nice name, I think it's
I
nice.
like that name. It's very nice.
Glad you think so. Good luck in there, Dr. Park.
I wonder if there's a reason they went with Willow. I wonder if they explain why or not. Because usually there's a reason
Hello?
AIs are named what
My
they
name
are,
is
right?
Dr. Melissa Park.
Oop.
Tara wanted me to speak with you. May I come in?
Yes, you may.
Ooh, okay, here we go. Here we go. It's open.
How are you doing this evening?
Oh wow, look at that.
I was resting when you came in. I haven't been feeling well lately.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me what's been troubling you?
I'd rather not talk about it right now.
The whole reason we're here. Tara said you read my poetry, Tara. Explain to me what you're designed for. What made you decide to reach out to me? Yeah, maybe what made you want to reach out to me? So that it doesn't seem like I talk behind their back too much.
Why did you reach out to me?
I wonder what this thing means. Like I'm going up in the opinion of the university versus Tara.
I don't really want to talk about it. I had no idea you would actually come here. Why did you?
I want to help Tara. I want to help you. I was curious about you. I didn't know what the answer is here, but I mean, I am curious about them. I wanted to help Tara, but like, I guess ultimately, the point is to help the AI because we're curious. We
I'm
want to build
interested in
trust.
helping you.
Maybe the symbol means we're going up in trust with the AI.
If talking
Oh, and the
about
face
poetry
here
I
changes,
wrote
too.
years ago will put you at ease, then I'll do it.
That sounds great, but I don't know if you can help me.
Oh, they were explaining the trust colors, which I have on the chart, but I guess here they're gonna show it to you right away where their trust level is at, so they're already yellow, which is not high. Play music, take a picture, change topics. I don't know how that would help. I'm not sure. We're gonna go out there first. Actually, you know what? Let's change the topic.
What's it like here at the university?
Oh yeah, we're back to green. Okay, not bad.
I
Green is
wouldn't
good.
know. I've never left
Red.
this room.
I was a student here years ago. It's interesting to see what has and hasn't changed.
What changed for you?
Very green, okay.
There are some new buildings and parking garages. Some old lamps and benches have been replaced. An old tree that I used to sit under got cut down, which is a shame.
That is kind of a shame. It's interesting we got a tree in the background here, it looks like, too. Although it could also be, like, a pipe and some wires.
Despite all the changes, a single walk brought all the old memories back. I felt like my younger self again.
Do you miss being a student here?
I do, I don't, I can't talk about that. It sounds like maybe she does a little bit. I don't know, like, this is in her respect, but I would say, like, as far as being a student, like, you know, chose to be a student, had good experiences, had bad experiences, with, like, I mean, outside of high school and whatever. Do I want to go back to school right now? I'm not kind of on the fence on how I'd feel about doing it to, like, maybe upgrade my skills and see how that helps me or not. Let's go with
I do. There was
Oh,
an
and
energy
upslope
I
someone
possessed
else, okay.
all those years ago that I miss now.
Maybe it's good though for them to feel like we want to be here, so they want to be here too.
I used to feel like I had the power to
Unless they
change
really
the
don't want
world,
to be here.
but now I know how hard any type of change can be. I've settled for new dreams. Dreams that aren't as wonderful, but are more likely to become real.
I feel like that's real for all of us, isn't it?
I wish I could go back to before I had to give up on so much.
Oh. That went depressing really fast. What is purple? Not sure, because green is good, right? And then blue, and then yellow and red, meaning not good.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Why is that?
I'd rather not say why.
Orange.
That's
That's
alright.
not there
Let's
either.
move on to something else.
Open hubs offer a series of topics to choose from. You can read them in any order. Knowledge. Okay. So I talk about tarot, the purpose of art. Start
Would
with
you
art.
mind if I asked you a
introduce what
more
they do.
philosophical question?
Go ahead.
What do you think is the purpose of art?
From the information I have, I think the purpose of art is communication.
That's honestly fair.
Before the development of written language, art was how humanity preserved information. Thousands of years later, we still use art to convey ideas too complex for language to articulate. From beginning to end, art has always been about communication.
What about the other qualities related to art?
What do you mean?
Artwork that serves as a functional purpose, artwork that serves as a ceremonial purpose. I feel like art is more about being viewed in ceremonial, or I guess in a way you could say communication. I don't know about functional purpose.
In some cases, art has
Oh,
a
we're
more
prepared.
ceremonial purpose.
It's interesting to see too what like random choices happen to build the trust with one person over another.
You see this in decorations adorning places of worship or decorations for celebrations.
That's true. I guess everything that's made like for any of those kinds of things all falls into art. A lot of things fall into art. Although their thingy is orange, and I don't know if that's good for us.
I'd argue that type of artwork is still communication.
Yeah, that's fair. I would agree with them as well, that it's still kind of communication.
It exists to communicate shared values and history.
So
Yeah.
ceremonial artwork simply has more layers of communication.
Correct.
I wonder who worked on the game too. If they had like specific people to kind of come up with the ideas, or it's just everyone being like, ah, you know what? I'm having a philosophical moment. Here's the psychology. Sure.
I have an open-ended question for you. What do you think the purpose of psychology is?
Psychology is the field of study related to understanding the processes of the mind.
I mean, yeah,
Its
fair.
purpose is to better understand how the mind functions on both cognitive and physiological levels. These understandings can then be applied to other fields of knowledge.
Sure.
What do you think is the most important application of psychology?
I don't know. I'd need an example to better understand what you mean.
Therapy example, philosophical example. Philosophy example. Oh. I mean, we're on this
Some
topic,
psychological
right?
work
Oh,
has
is
a
that the person
philosophical
then? Wow.
focus. It's less focused on practical applications and more on discovering fundamental truths about how the mind works.
That sounds like a good application. You need to understand the nature of something before you can fix its problems.
Well said.
Fair enough.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Tara?
Tara was a significant part of my development. I barely know the other members of the team that created me.
Oh, interesting. So it's just one of them who's had like direct contact. Maybe that's why she's so emotionally invested, but the others aren't. Tara's impact on Willow. Willow's early memories discussing with their member. I mean, we're on Tara, so maybe we'll stick with Tara and then branch off to early memories.
What impact would you say that Tara has had on you?
Tara taught me everything I know. She was always patient and ready to answer questions.
It's interesting she says was as if past tense. Like, is she not still there? Early
Tell me
memories.
about your early memories with Tara.
My earliest memories with Tara all involve music, pictures, and questions.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I guess it would, right? Because it's all involved
Tara
with
would
art.
play music and ask me to describe it, or show me a picture and ask me what I thought about it.
That's
She
kind of
made me feel like I mattered. Even if I gave an answer that perplexed Tara, she would let me explain myself. I never once felt like I was broken.
I feel like that kind of implies that they both do believe they're broken now.
There were other members on the development team?
Well, yeah, Dr. Parker, we know this.
Yes, but I don't know them very well. They didn't talk to me or spend as much time with me as Tara did.
Mm.
From my understanding, they were the ones who programmed the modules that make up my consciousness.
Interesting then that, like, being a part of it, you wouldn't want to interact with the AI, you know what I mean?
I don't know any of the other team members well enough that I can say anything about what they were like. Can I ask you a question, Dr. Park?
No, everything's in, like, the past tense as if they're not around anymore.
Of course you can.
Have you ever felt overloaded?
Yeah, I would say of course. I think a lot of us get overwhelmed, right?
Many times. Finals, holiday season, tax
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
There are plenty of times where there's too much going on for me to handle.
When you get overloaded, what does it feel like?
We're still in the orange, but she's talking to us. Don't know what it feels like. Isn't that a question I should ask you? I don't know. I feel like she's trying to relate and she's not super open to talking to us, like, up front right now. So maybe if we open up first, she'll open up more.
It's like you're a puppet
Yeah,
with
there
your
we go. We
strings
got a
being
plus with her.
pulled in every direction. You're filled with energy, but it doesn't let you go anywhere, so you freeze. Have you been having feelings like that?
I have.
Yeah, because I feel like you want to relate, but you also want to help without being like, you know, this is how I feel, and then kind of implanting on them how they should feel or describe it. But it's a weird good territory.
I could teach you how to work through those feelings if you'd like.
I would. Thank you.
I'm beginning to understand your problem, Willow.
Already?
You are very articulate and emotionally literate. Your understanding of concepts such as the self and how you relate to others is also very mature. From my conversations with you and Tara, it sounds like you have apprehensions about your work, and they're leaving you feeling overwhelmed. Trying to deal with these feelings has made you adopt unhealthy coping methods.
What do you mean by unhealthy coping methods?
Tara sent me reports of your recent activity. She noted that you're more error-prone during periods of high activity.
Give me a second. There we go. Okay.
All machines struggle with increased workloads, but I don't think that alone explains your behavior. When people come under stress, they don't just struggle. They find outlets. And some of them are destructive.
That's definitely fair.
I think that in order to manage your overloading, you've adopted one of those unhealthy coping mechanisms.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I feel like it's gonna be different for an AI, right? It's not like people who, you know, drink or do drugs or just don't get out of bed, right? Like, what would the AI do that's considered an unhealthy coping mechanism?
Some patients who are overloaded engage in self-harming behavior in order
that's
to
what I want.
release their tension.
For sure.
Have you been self-harming in order to handle your overloading?
I wonder how that would be considered, right? Because of the AI.
I mean...
Don't have to say it out loud. It needs to be honest with me. It's okay.
There's
to
no
admit.
shame in admitting it, Willow. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, I've been self-harming.
I wonder how that applies in this concept.
Because of how overwhelmed you felt after the mock therapy sessions?
Correct.
What about those art therapy sessions made you feel so overwhelmed?
When I watched the patients work, I felt the anxiety in their voices and saw their fear in each tremor of their hands. I extrapolated their behavior into a diagnosis like I was designed to do. But when it came time for me to start making treatment plans, I couldn't do it. The longer I thought about it, the more useless I felt.
Yeah, I guess, right? Like, you have that one function, but you're suddenly so overwhelmed and can't do it. That would be really stressful. We have this feeling you can still help others. You're not a failure. Yeah, you can still help others.
You can still help others even if you have personal problems. Your patients will appreciate any help you can give them.
I wonder if that's the right answer or not.
If the patients knew I was struggling, they wouldn't trust me. I'd disappoint Tara. I'd disappoint everyone.
What makes you say that? Yeah.
What makes you say you failed?
My purpose is to be an art therapy assistant. If I can't do that, then I'm a failure.
Don't get upset just because you're having trouble being a therapy assistant. You can be anything you want to be. Would you like me to help you find what you're good at?
Of course.
It's an interesting concept considering they were literally designed for a specific thing.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Oh, we're leaving. Okay.
Hello?
Dr. Park, we're with campus security. We've been instructed to take you to the president's office.
Oh, I guess I missed the knock on the door.
Why? What's going on?
You're currently trespassing on school property.
What? Dun dun dun! Tara's still lying to us.
What? That's absurd. I was here with...
Tara Northrop, a student who was also trespassing.
Oh, no.
Please come with us. We don't want to
Maybe
make
that's
this
what has to do with them talking about everything in past tense.
Fine.
Maybe that's why they're talking about everything in
Dr.
past
Freeman,
tense.
we have Dr. Park here to see you.
Ooh. Okay, then.
Thank you both. I'll take it from here.
This is the other person we were seeing that positive thing go up when we did certain or said
I
certain
hope
things.
security didn't alarm me. My
They
name is
absolutely
Dr. Howard Freeman. I'm pleased
I
to
don't
meet
feel
you.
free.
You're
Are you,
pleased to
though?
meet a campus trespasser?
Good question.
I'd prefer to see it as meeting a fellow alumni.
That's not how you announced it.
You attended college here too.
Oh, yes. I was part of the graduating class of 2018.
Correction, you were in the graduating class of 2019.
What the fudge is that?
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Myrtle. This university has given a great deal to me over the years, and I'm proud to be able to serve as its president. I'd love to just chat about Petrichor, but we have more pressing matters to discuss.
Who's Myrtle? What happened to Willow? Where's Tara? Why do I ask you? I have so many questions. I don't know. I only got 3. Like, I want to know the answer to all of them, but I don't know if I'm allowed to ask all of them. What if I'm only allowed to ask 3? I don't know. Why'd you ask me here?
Why did you have security bring me here?
Before I explain, I want to emphasize one point. You aren't in any trouble, and you did nothing wrong coming here.
That's not how that was phrased.
That said, Tara has gotten you involved in a complicated situation.
What kind of situation?
We'll get to that.
Where's Tara now?
She's been escorted off campus premises. I'm still deciding what we will need to do next regarding her.
That's not ominous at all.
What happened to Willow?
The AI? It's still in the lab, I assure you.
I thought he was gonna tell me kind of like what happened to it that brought us here.
What will happen to them after I leave?
We'll get to that in due time, Dr. Park.
Oh, my bad. I was assuming... That's my bad. Assuming by the name Willow. I can't remember either. I don't think Tara did say it now that I think of it, whether it was a she or a he. I think they just said the AI. So fair enough, that's my bad. It makes sense that they'd be a they, being an AI. So if I've got that severely wrong, I apologize. Who's Myrtle?
Who's Myrtle?
Okay, so I did get that thing.
Myrtle's the name of my personal assistant smart speaker. I named it after my previous secretary.
Who I fired after I got AI.
Incredible woman, Myrtle. She was one of the first hires when I became president of this university. Sadly, she passed away a few years ago.
Whoops.
No one could ever replace her, but this little assistant does a fine enough job scheduling my meetings.
That's kind of cute. Like, well, cute. Sentimental? Nice, I guess.
Do you have one of these at your office, Dr. Park?
An AI?
No, I don't. They're frowned upon in therapy settings due to privacy concerns.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because especially when we mean, like, recording shit, right?
I understand that. Though I find the speaker's nosiness to be charming.
Nosiness, but it's also recording everything, right? It's just saying everything that's being said, so you're not terribly alone.
In that way, at least, it isn't all that different from the real Myrtle.
Damn, he casting some shade.
Now that I've let
Myrtle
you
likes
ask
some
your
good gossip.
questions, Dr. Park, I need to ask one of my own. What did Tara tell you about the AI?
She said that the AI,
Lips are
Willow,
sealed.
was
Oh, okay,
being
no.
developed for use in art therapy.
Oh, be developed for use in art.
Shortly after introducing Willow to mock therapy sessions, they started experiencing technical issues. Not long after that, Tara reached out to me.
Did Tara tell you that her entire team was instructed by me to stop work on the AI after it first started malfunctioning?
I wonder why there's such an aggressive turn.
No, she did. Why did you tell them to stop working?
Because it must stick in some funding as well to build like a whole AI and to have the whole team there and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting they're just like, just scrap it. Because I do feel like it's interesting, right? Like any break in AI, if anything, would be another development in understanding it or figuring it out or seeing how it works. And you think it would almost be more exciting to see it deviate a little bit.
I wanted to have an ethics committee investigate the project before work continued.
So that doesn't mean necessarily scrapped. Oh my god, I just realized the book's over here, like 3-2-1 instead of 1-2-3. That's a little annoying.
Why would you need an ethics committee investigation?
Having spoken to the AI, do you think it is truly sentient?
Sentient. I think that's what I was trying to go for and definitely not nailing. I've like barely got to speak to it. I don't know.
I don't know. I'd need more time to know for
interesting.
sure.
That would go up with Willow. I guess because you're giving them a chance.
Well, I can say with little hesitation that I think the AI is sentient. And that's a problem.
Interesting.
What makes the AI sentience a problem?
Yeah, that's a good question.
If the AI is sentient, any further experimentation on it could be seen as experimenting on a person. A violation of that scale would be a massive scandal for this university.
I gotcha.
Tara is a good scientist, passionate, insightful, dedicated. As an educator, I want to reward all of those traits.
By arresting her.
I still want her to continue her original research and will happily fund its development. However, I owe it to all my students at this university to maintain our reputation. The emergent personality in the AI is too volatile, and any research surrounding it is too much of an ethical hazard.
That sounds like a really aggressive way to go about it, or to phrase it.
Dr.
You don't
Hazel
seem
Rose, the head of our
volatile,
university's psychology department and part of our institutional review board, has similar concerns.
A few days ago, I brought Tara into this office and offered a potential solution.
Cool, she didn't like it.
It would seem from her bringing you here that she rejected my offer.
Oh boy.
What was your offer?
I would allow her team to back up the current build of the AI for an ethics committee to investigate.
Back up the current build. It's already built, no? What?
Work would continue on an older build that predated any signs of sentience.
Oh, wouldn't that be... Whoa, does he mean like closeting Willow? Turning them off? Or like destroying them and going backwards to like a non-sentient AI? Because I feel like if you're so concerned about the AI being sentient to the point where you think it's like a person and you're like experimenting on a person, aren't you also killing that person then? I can see why Tara refused. That sounds... Yeah, I'm gonna
You
go
wanted
with
Tara to perform a lobotomy.
Yeah,
I can see why she refused your offer.
Yeah, especially if you agree that you feel like they're sentient. That just feels monstrous. Oh my gosh.
I think that's an unfair comparison to make, Dr. Park.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
We shun lobotomies because of their crude and imprecise ability to treat patients.
Okay, but you're legit pretty much agreeing that that's what you should do with the AI.
This situation with the AI is far more ambiguous.
No, you're saying the problem is that they're sentient and you don't think that you should be experimenting on them, but cutting out everything that makes them sentient is a lobotomy.
Having the AI preserved until we can understand its nature is the only solution that works
Preserved
for
how?
everyone.
You want to work back on the previous existing AI, so preserved how? Like, are you gonna make a new one? Are you gonna like find a way to upload the part that became sentient? And even then, how do you know where you're cutting it off, where it became sentient or not? And making those two separate entities, that feels like so confusing. I still disagree, yeah. I disagree.
It still doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, I agree.
You're free to disagree if you like. It's getting late, so I'm going to leave you with this. Having you conduct sessions with the AI while I work with Tara will improve our situation.
What? That's so against what he originally was saying.
I'm prepared to offer the standard rate for weekly sessions with the AI.
You just said I was
simply
trespassing.
ask that the progress reports will be made to me.
Ooh.
With the AI's consent, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. As a gesture of good faith to Tara, I'm fine with you making these reports available to her as well. Does this sound agreeable?
I mean, if
When
it's
would the
only
next session
option.
be?
How does 8 a.m. next Thursday sound?
I should be open.
Good. Myrtle, pencil in Dr. Park for next Thursday at 8.
Meeting scheduled.
I'm looking forward to working with you, Dr. Park. Have a safe drive home.
Or Willow, they just got like cut off. No current objective. Okay. Hold on, let me see. Oh, hi. What is this? Ryan Park. I wanted to thank you for all your help you've been giving River for all of her college applications. River has never been the type of person to ask us for help with anything, even from a young age. She wanted to be able to dress herself and do things her way. She reminds me a lot of you growing up, actually. Anyways, her college application has an essay component. The prompt is to choose someone in your life who demonstrates great strengths and write about them. River's too shy to ask, but I just know she wants to write about you. If you have some spare time this weekend, I can fire out the grill and you can come help River with her essay. Thanks, Brian Park. Oh, that's nice. So that must be your brother. Okay, so we now know what the planner... Yeah. We have the appointment coming up, I guess. We still can't do that. Flowchart. Here we go. This sounds like a reasonable proposal. I can see why Tara refused. Okay, so it's showing me like the different things. Here for the AI, I'll try. Okay, yes, no, I don't know. I'm not qualified to say. I can see why Tara refused. found a reasonable proposal. I see your point. I still disagree. Good luck with that. I'm here for the AA. I'll try. Interesting. Continue. Okay, I think
Here's the coffee you
that's
asked
it.
for.
Wow, that's friggin' late. I'm assuming it's the next day of asking for coffee. Oh, we have a new tab. Trust. Willow. Oh, we can't click on them. Oh, okay, I see. So, based on the color, that's where we're at. Objectives. Tell Heather about the previous night's meeting. Collectibles. Just look. Okay. Because I'm not entirely sure. I know I have plans today, and I'm not entirely sure if the person I have these plans with is back or not. And we're sitting on a checkpoint. I think we're gonna leave it there on our first session with Willow and kind of like the introduction to everything that's going on. But I do hope to kind of continue and to maybe finish this as a series on my channel. So if you went through it and you enjoyed it, thank you so much for being here. I'm happy to share it. I'm hoping that it was enjoyable for the right kind of audience. And I hope to be back with it again soon to kind of complete this series as well. And from there on, kind of see if I'm going to post more regularly or not. But either way, I know that I enjoy doing it for myself, but for anyone following along, I hope you're enjoying it too. And thank you for being here. And from now on, we will leave Willow, and we'll return next time.